Hi, it's Teresa here. In today's video, we are playing with paper clips. So I'm going to show you how to make these different ones. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and let's get crafting. What you are going to need: paper clips, obviously, fabric, lace, paper, buttons, flowers, however you want to decorate these. So we are going to play with some buttons, and I have some over on the side that is going to just, spill out. And I am looking for ones with little backs like that. So let's that. Oh, look, that might be fun to use. Road trip, that might be fun. Then we have just regular buttons. I don't know if I'll use those today. A beach theme, so I'm wondering if I have any. Oh, look, little sandal, that would be cute. A little fishy, that one's cut off, which we will still use. And here's the difference. So, like for this has 2 layers. This is this part. And so if you cut this off, they'll go separate. It's kind of like with this, see that purple that's entails that purple. So you'd have to glue them together. This is a really good example. And then you have ones that are just one that you can cut off, like what I did with this. So let's play with those first. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm just gonna put this right here. I want it sticking like this. And you can either just glue that and keep it like that. Actually, let's do that. I like that idea. So for that idea, I would use E6000. I have the jewelry, but it really doesn't matter which kind of E6000. It's just the reason why I would use this is because it really is like stronger than some of the others. You can use like Fabric Fix, a 3-in-1, but I wouldn't use, I don't think it would be strong enough to use my Berry Art glue or Art Glitter glue and keep it in place over time. It'll work for short times, but I don't think it'll keep it in place over time. So I'm going to fold up a piece of paper so I can make sure this, and because when you open this, it tends to leak sometimes, which is fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is flip this around, and you could decide, do you want it this way? Do you want it this way? I want it this way. So I'm going to put a little bit of this glue, and it takes a while to dry. And apparently it's being difficult to come out. Oh no, it's slowly coming out. There we go. Doesn't take a lot, and it does smell, so you're going to want ventilation. And I'm going to then, because this is, hold on, I'm trying to, what I'm doing is getting it on all of the areas. And I'm going to take a little bit, squeeze it out if I can get it to squeeze out. There we go. And then I'm going to take a little pick like this and put it in here so it will hold in there too. And just let it sit for a while. But as you can see, it's already starting to stay. So we're going to put that the other way. We are going to look at putting the lid back on this. And to do the fishy, I'm going to add some lace. Wondering if I have some blue. I think that would be good. Oh look, I have some ribbon. We can use ribbon. You're going to want to burn the ends if you don't want it to fray. I personally don't care right now. So we're going to put this in here, and you have your little loop. You stick this through your little loop and you pull it. So there's two sides you can use. That looks so cute on its own, doesn't it? I don't like that side. I wouldn't use that side. But what I do with that side is, hold on. Let's see if I can get that out. Good. I will be putting just a tad bit of glue right in there, and that's just gonna hold it. Dries clear, so. And then with the fish, you just, and this time I will use my Fabric Fix glue. And let's see if I can get it out. I always have a hard time. This is like so thick. It doesn't like to come out, which is fine. What I need to do is try those. We Are Memory Keepers have come out with a new bottle that you put your stuff in and then it squeezes out, but it's so big, I'm afraid I won't have yeah, so I really want to find something else. Okay, we're going to use some of this. And okay, so I'm going to make use of some of this thread, which works for binding, but I don't want to use it for binding at the moment. Actually, this might not be, okay, we can't use this. This isn't going to be thick enough. What will be thick enough? you're going to use this and oh, here, we'll use this. Okay. Which one are we doing? We're doing like an ocean. I have a blue. Okay. So we're going to use both of these. We're going to attach it the same way we attached the other one. And stick it through and pull. And yes, this is a little longer and it's a little smaller. So we're definitely going to want glue there. Let's put a dab of this. I'm sure it is now good. So thick. I'm done with thick. Okay, let's get that first little chunk off. And there. Okay. We're going to pull, and that's just going to glue right on there. And then later we're going to put buttons on there. So we're going to add some glue to this. I don't use it often enough, so it gets very thick, which I don't like. Need to add something to mellow it out. Okay. And then we're going to add this little right there. There we go. So what I want to do with this one is I have some beads. And we're going to take a couple and just string them through. Okay, so see how this is all frayed? I'm going to put some glue on it and twist it to make a little point. And this will do two things. This will, one, stick these together so it doesn't fray, but also makes it where these will glide right on through. Now, you're gonna just double knot that, and there we go. That will just hang on off the, then if you have a button with a little circle thing in the back, even if you don't, let's see, our little charm. Oh, look, this has like a little Hawaii feel to it. You can add the charm to the end. Right now, I really do enjoy using paper clips because I like to add like just a picture, a postcard, or you know, a pocket that I make oversized and add it into it with it. This is not wanting to go through. We'll just leave it. Okay. And then I'm going to tie a knot on this end, and we're just going to make it a double. Have it go through one more time. Add a little bit of glue. When I had this idea for this little trick with the glue, I fell in love with it. Okay, and there we go. And now let's find another charm. This works. Let's do this charm. It's of a little kid. There we go. So now when I put it in this book on one of these pages, it'll have a little dangly thing hanging out. How fun is that? We're just going to leave that in there. I like that there. Okay. Now I want to add some more stuff to this. So this is done. How cute is that, right? Let's put this little sucker back. So I'm going to add a couple little charms, like this. And I could sew it on there if I wanted to. I might later. But, oh, it doesn't want to stick. Okay, we're gonna have to sew that on there. Has little holes we can sew on. There we go. Okay, so we have a little charm to go with that. And then we have this. Go over there. Another way we can use these, and honestly, I'd probably use a littler one for this type of a thing. I take some scrap paper or fabric. Wonder if I have some. Yeah, the problem with cleaning your desk is you don't have like random stuff just right at your fingertips to use. And you have to go hunting. we'll use some of this. Okay, so when you're using this little bit, you want to make sure like it's little. So we're just going to use a sliver. Double check that you can have both sides. Yep. So this first part I'm going to just use with this type of glue because it will hold it down a little bit better. And then let's just, don't need that thick of a piece. And cut that little piece off, fold it. And then I'm going to take this glue and glue the rest of that down. Fold it. You don't need to do as many folds as I did, but it's just something I like. And then I had a little, all right. We are going to take a little bulb pin and I'm going to take a couple of these, which are just shells. And I'm going to take one of these things. No, I like just the shells. Let's add one more. Now these were a necklace or a bracelet or something I took apart. Okay, so we have a little bit there. Let's put 3 more on the other side. There we go. And then we are going to attach it up here. Ah. Okay, let's close that. Thank you. And the next thing we're going to do, oh, we want to move that up here. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is glue something right there. Let's see, do I want one of these thingies glued down? Oh, look, there's a little fish right there. Let's glue a couple fishies. And a dingle, look, one of these little flat things. Okay, so I'm going to just put like a fish right here and then maybe a fish right there. And then we'll put one of these little thingies right here. There we go. I don't know if I needed that. Maybe another fish. I don't know. Anyhow. And so when we put it on the paper, this little part is going to hang off the top. So, how cute is that? This will be outside of the journal. You could totally add like paper up here if you wanted to, but I kind of like it just the way it is. So those are a few ways that I like to use paper clips. And I will have a playlist down below of them, and I will find, and I'll do more videos on paper clips because I'm kind of obsessed with them right now. So thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will catch you next time. Bye.